A car screaming through a sea of happy red scarves turned Liverpool's victory parade into Britain's most chilling cliffhanger, and inside Buckingham Palace a panic alarm flashed 3 times, signalling, aides say, a Cobra-grade event that could redraw the monarchy's playbook overnight. Crowds had packed Water Street 20 people deep to salute Jurgen Klopp's swansong silverware, yet in 9 terror-laden seconds 47 fans lay bleeding, for critical, and footage of the chaos hit palace security before Merseyside police even tweeted a warning. Why does that matter? Because monarchy, football, and national identity share a pressure point. When jubilation mutates into fear, the sovereign must show he still binds the realm, even while chemotherapy drips into his veins and Republican polls creep above 40%. What followed was a 72-hour masterclass in crisis choreography mixed with raw family fracture. The Liverpool Echo pushed out a poll at 18:05, who should address the city first, PM, FA, or Palace? And within 10 minutes 63% clicked Palace. That digital demand triggered Operation Homestead, the modern protocol for royal empathy in civil disasters. Stage 1, a heartbeat-fast social post from the Waleses. Stage 2, a statesmanlike letter from the King. Stage 3, a physical visit by the Princess Royal to prove boots still match brocade. Yet behind those smooth stages, insiders whisper. A darker scramble unfolded. Spy chiefs trawled extremist chat logs. Courtiers gamed out succession optics. And somewhere on the 3rd floor of Windsor Castle Prince William drafted a speech titled simply, "If the worst happens." Let's rewind to the street. Eyewitness Luke Fenner, 22, told ITV he heard the driver yell, "No kings," before impact, a line muted in official summaries, but logged in an MI5 red file marked Antimonic Syndicates, Northwest. Police later downplayed motive, citing brake failure under investigation, but covert CCTV enhancement shows brake lights never lit. Add a curious detail. The car's owner of record, one Marcus Bell, died in a Thai hospital 5 months earlier, and the V5C transfer occurred online with a Bulgarian IP 2 weeks before the parade. Conspiracy? Coincidence? Either way, it is fueling Telegram chat rooms where phrases like "Crown Strike rehearsal" trend hard. Inside the Palace War Room, Sir Clive Alderton paced the carpet once known as Victoria's throne room runner. An aide heard him mutter, "Manchester 2017 all over again. Only this time, they'll ask why our lot were missing." His fear, Northern loyalty phrase fast if the Windsor voice quivers. Thus at 1914, Catherine pressed send on the tweet stamped W and C flanked by a single red heart emoji, a nod to LFC's crest, devised after 5 drafts. Data firm Pulsar clocked a sentiment swing from -23 to +62 in Merseyside feeds within 8 minutes. Call it digital balm, call it algorithmic monarchy, but it bought the Crown breathing space until Charles's letter landed on Commonwealth-wide newswires at 22:01. Charles's statement, though brief, carried coded heft. Palace linguists slip in devastating, only for events officially classed catastrophic. He referenced Liverpool's blitz-forged community spirit, invoking World War II imagery to frame the Crown as wartime ally, not remote relic. Yet the King's real agony, courtiers say, was private. Oncology consultants warning his white cell count made public vigils impossible. The monarch, 76, reportedly slammed his desk, declaring, "If mother could walk among bombed ruins, surely I can face a city in grief." Doctors insisted. Charles relented, but the compromise was Princess Anne, the royal family's indomitable first responder, airlifted into Royal Liverpool University Hospital before dawn Tuesday. Anne's unannounced arrival became Instagram myth within hours. Ward nurse Priya Desai posted a blurred glimpse of the Princess Royal in teal coat, caption, "She asked for no photos, only names." In private she learned the clinical tally, mostly limb fractures, 2 chest traumas, no penetrating head injuries thanks to swift fan barricades that slowed impact speed to 28 miles per hour. 1 more meter, different story, consultant J. Rothor told her, and reportedly replied, "Then you are the goalkeepers today." She left handwritten notes taped above every nurse's station, a gesture so old school it ricocheted across TikTok, as #royal thank you hitting 4.7 million views by midweek. While Liverpool processed trauma, energy turned to blame. City Mayor Joanne Anderson demanded Whitehall fund a new £12 million security overhaul for mass events, pointing at intelligence gaps. Home Secretary Alicia Grant fired back that Merseyside police already receive record resources, slyly shifting spotlight onto local chiefs. Behind closed doors, Downing Street sources leaked that MI5's initial threat assessment referenced monarchist symbolism. Cue headlines: was it really about football, or about the crown? Enter the family feud layer. Within 24 hours, Harry and Meghan's California office released a 60-second clip of the Duchess touring an LA trauma center, applauding teenage blood donors. British tabloids screamed opportunism. Sussex surrogates countered she filmed the visit a month earlier, posting now to honor Liverpool medics. Still, the timing clashed with William's somber tweet storm, inflaming sibling rancor. According to a Kensington aide, the Prince of Wales texted his father, "At least she's consistent, always cuts across family grief." Charles, battling fatigue spikes from chemo cycle 4, allegedly responded, "Hold your fire, the press will do that for you." But William's frustration spiraled. Sources claim he resurrected a shelved legal memo exploring title suspension for the Sussex children based on non-domicile representation, rules drafted in 1919, but never used. One palace lawyer cautioned this would look punitive to a generation already skeptical of hereditary privilege, yet William reportedly views decisive action as essential pacemaker. "If we can't police our own house, we lose the street." Meanwhile, Zara Tindall, Charles's horse-mad niece, broke her typical silence at a Mayfair sporting gala. Over Prosecco flutes she admitted, "We're a family under siege. Trying to remember the cavalry is us." Guests gasped, PR handlers winced. Her words hit tabloids next day, fueling theories that internal unity is fracturing beyond repair. But veteran royal reporter Richard Palmer notes Zara's candor often telegraphs what senior royals can't utter, that post-Elizabeth cohesion is cracking, and every new crisis widens hairline splits. Security chiefs worry copycat threat. Analysts flagged a spike in Reddit threads discussing soft targets linked to crowns after the Liverpool crash. Premier League executives held an emergency video call. Should the FA Cup final procession proceed? William, as FA president, insisted yes, we show resolve, not retreat, but Metropolitan Police will deploy 40% more plainclothes officers and trial facial recognition drones over Wembley Way. Civil liberties groups cry overreach. The palace privately welcomes any tech that shortens the odds against an era of lone wolf symbolism attacks. Financial ripples are real. Lloyd's of London estimates event cancellation insurance payouts would have hit £65 million had the FA pulled the cup final post-incident. Already, insurers are repricing cover for royal-attended gatherings by 18%, a cost likely to pass to local councils, fuel for Republican councillors who argue the monarchy bleeds public funds. On the flip side, the Crown's visit bump. Tourism boards note Google searches for Liverpool travel rose 52% the week after, driven by global curiosity. Tragedy tourism is grim, but economically potent. And then there is the letter. A senior courtier whispers of a sealed envelope Charles drafted 2 months into his treatment, locked in the royal safe, to be opened in the event of incapacitation. Rumour says it appoints the Princess of Wales as Councillor of State ahead of Prince Andrew, a constitutional curveball that would reshape regency calculations and accelerate William's path. If true, London's legal fraternity anticipates a scramble to amend the Regency Act, legislation last touched in 1953. Such gossip stokes palace tension. Camilla, they say, Worries the move sidelines her as queen consort in a de facto joint regency, while William sees it as pragmatic acknowledgement of Catherine's soaring public trust. YouGov tracking puts her favorability at 76%, highest of any royal since 2012. Public sentiment swirls in real time. A Survation poll released Friday shows 64% of Britons approved the royal response to the Liverpool crash, yet 48% believe the monarchy feels fragile, compared with 5 years ago. Young adults aged 18 to 24 view Harry more positively than William by 6 points, but among over 45s William leads by 25. Sociologists call it split legitimacy, a demographic chasm that any future sovereign must bridge or risk relevance. Back on Merseyside, detectives pore over the suspect's digital trail. He had bookmarked 3 YouTube conspiracy channels alleging secret royal investments in arms firms, plus recorded searches for Palace Parade attack, motives muddy, ideology soup. The CPS may opt for terrorism charges if evidence of political intent hardens, if not, manslaughter and grievous bodily harm counts await. Either path returns the royals to courtroom drama, echoing Harry's own privacy litigations that paint the dynasty as both victim and vengeful plaintiff. Not an image William wants cemented before the 2026 Commonwealth Heads Summit, where he hopes to debut as Prince Regent during his father's treatment hiatus. So where does all this leave the crown? In a liminal season of chemo schedules, intelligence briefings, title brinkmanship, and a still-reeling city whose anthem now carries a new quiver of fear. Yet monarchy thrives on narrative, and narrative pivots on the next chapter. Whisper has it the king, against doctors' advice, plans a surprise walkabout at the FA Community Shield to honour Liverpool's resilience, a gesture Palace staff dub Operation Phoenix. Success could reignite national affection, one misstep could stoke calls for abdication. And lurking beyond, the Sussex memoir sequel reportedly drafts a chapter on royal emergency response, threatening to reveal private WhatsApp exchanges that might contradict the palace's serene facade. Which story will dominate? We'll be there when the sealed letters ribbon breaks, when William tests bulletproof glass on Wembley, when and strides into another ward without press pool. So tap subscribe, keep the bell on, and brace for the moment the Crown's crisis management collides with the court of public opinion, because the next act, insiders say, could decide whether Britain's 1,000-year institution keeps buggering on or finally buckles under the weight of modern outrage.